Welcome back to part 3 of my series. Now, in this particular part, I will be dwelling on how you can actually retire with an income of 100,000 per month. Now, just to do a quick recap on part 2, my part 2 of this series, I talked about Bit Club Network and how you can be a member of Bit Club Network and exactly how the compensation plan in Bit Club Network works. I mentioned the passive income and I also mentioned the active income. Now, this particular part 3 will make sense for those who are doing this on an active basis, which means you're looking to build this as a business. Personally, I'm doing it full time. And I'm building my network around mining with Bit Club Network. Now, the training I want to share with you was actually shared by a gentleman I respect in this industry of network marketing, a gentleman who goes by the name of Mark Yarnell. Mark Yarnell got involved in network marketing in the year 1970. So for those who think, that network marketing doesn't work, Mark Yarnell was involved in it since the year 1970. He did a couple of network marketing business and he came up with this proven system for those who are looking to build a business around network marketing. And with Bit Club Network, the system can apply to you too. Now, Mark Yarnell mentions that in network marketing, you're paid for 2 things. 1 is to recruit and number 2 is to retail. Those are the only 2 things you're paid for. And he actually tested this system that I'm going to share with you and it worked for him. By the time Mark Yarnell died 3 years ago, he was actually earning an income of 100,000 per month. So I'm going to share with you the same secret that he shared on how you can actually grow your business and end up retiring within the next 3 years with a monthly income of $100,000. So this is a proven system on how you can build this business and actually retire with an income of 100,000 per month. Now, if you want to retire within the first year, you need to expose this business to 30 new people every single day for 5 days in a week. If you want to retire within the next 2 years, you need to expose the business to 20 people every day for 5 days in a week. And if you want to retire within the 3 years, you need to expose the business to 10 people every single day for 5 days in a week. So 1 year, you're exposing the business to 30 people, 5 days in a week. 2 years, you're exposing the business to 20 people every single day for 5 days in a week. And 3 years, you're exposing the business to 10 people for 5 days in a week. So that's the retirement plan. Now, what does exposing really mean? Exposing means just creating interest. If you meet someone one-on-one, you can just introduce yourself, they introduce themselves, and you can mention the value of Bitcoin by asking, have you heard about Bitcoin? When they say yes or no, just share with them the value of Bitcoin. My experience and having implemented this strategy is that the moment you share the value of Bitcoin, it creates interest. All exposure does is create interest. You're not doing a presentation, you're not explaining about the business, you're basically creating interest. And this interest you can create one-on-one or through social media. In fact, the fastest way of creating interest is on social media. If you're on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, all you need to do is just connect to as many people as you are, and every single day you're sending messages to individuals, just sharing with them the value of Bitcoin. That is exposure. When you're exposed to 30 people, it means you'll be able to actually connect and expose your business to 30 people in a day. Because, when I heard about this strategy, I was wondering, do I need to do presentations to 30 people in a day? That's not what I mean. I just mean create interest. Anywhere you go, whether you're on social media, just create interest around Bitcoin. And you can create interest by just sharing purely the value of Bitcoin. Now, these are the statistics, what we call the law of average. The business of network marketing purely runs on the law of average. The statistics that are proven is that, for example, if you're looking to retire in the next 1 year and you share this information with 30 people, within a week, you'll actually have shared the information with 150 people, which translates to about 600 people within 1 month. Now, what do the statistics say? out of the 600 people that you will share this information with, 95% of them will do absolutely nothing. Meaning, they will not respond to your messages. They will not be interested to learn more. They will basically do nothing with the value of Bitcoin or the information you'll have shared. That is 95%, which translates to 570 people. Now, from the 600, 5% will actually get involved, meaning they will come and buy a share or two. That is 30 people, which is 5% of the 600. Now, out of these 30 people, proven statistics is yes, they will buy a share, but 99% of them, which is 29 of them, they will actually quit in the business. They will get started. Some will decide to do it passively. Others will decide, I want to build this business. They will build the business for a month, a week, 2 months, 3 months, but eventually they will quit on building the business, or they will get derailed with other businesses that they decide to do. But out of the 29, you will get one person who will duplicate what you're doing, and they will build the business in the long term. They will focus on building the business in either 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. Now, that is what we call a business builder. In the business of BitClub Network, we call them monster builders. So if every month you're getting just one monster builder, within 1 year, you will have 12 monster builders. Now, this is a proven success system. When you have 12 monster builders, I can guarantee you, you will earn an income of $100,000 every month. Now, why am I so confident that you will earn that kind of income? It's because one of us, who is a lady I admire greatly by the name Hannah Pinza, who is based in South Africa, has implemented this. And in 3 years, today Hannah has just 10 monster builders in this business. And today Hannah is making an average of about $200,000 to $300,000 per month. So is it a proven system? Yes. Mark Yarnell implemented the system, and by the time he passed on, he was already earning $100,000 per month. So this is a proven system. But the one thing you need to consider is that for you to succeed in this business, you need to be consistent. You need to focus on it 100%, and the results will come, whether it's within 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. Now, for you to succeed as well in this business, and for you to retire on an income of $100,000, which is not easy. I will not sit here and say it's easy, but it's a system that is proven, and if you implement, it can work for you. If it has worked for someone else, it can definitely work for you. For you to succeed, there are what we call landmines that you need to avoid in this business. Number one landmine is the comparison bomb. If you've decided to focus on BitClub Network, building a business around BitClub Network, you need to do away with the comparison bomb, which means you need to stop comparing other businesses. If you're focusing on BitClub, 100% focus on it. Don't compare what BitClub is doing vis-a-vis what another company will be doing. So that's what we call the comparison bomb that you need to avoid. Number two, you need to avoid what we call multiple streams of income bomb, where you have plan A, you have plan B, and you have plan C. You have so many plans. So if this one doesn't work, you have this other one to work. If this one doesn't work, this one has to work. So if you make BitClub your plan B, focus on it 100% for the next 3 years. It becomes your plan A, your plan B, and your plan C. There's nothing else you're focusing on, because you will never be able to build 2-3 businesses at the same time. So if you make this your business, build on it, and focus on it. Number 3 bomb is what we call the multitasking bomb. You cannot multi-focus on this business. If you decide you want to build your business around BitClub Network, do not multitask. Don't do this as a part-time thing where you're building something else and you're also doing something else. And especially in the industry of network marketing, you cannot focus on 2 network marketing businesses. My experience, I get people who are doing, different kinds of multi-level or what we call network marketing businesses. And just because they're not competing with each other, maybe they're in the product, sector, some are in the service industry, and you say, they're not competing with each other. Let me build this as well as I'm building this one. Now, for you to earn and retire on an income of $100,000, you cannot afford to multitask. You cannot afford to multi-focus on two things. Focus on one and build it until you retire at 100,000 income per month. The fourth bomb is what we call the banker bomb. Mark Yarnell explains this very simply. In network marketing, you will get people who will come and say, you know, I've built this business, I've done network marketing before, I have a network of people. All I need you to do is pay for me the startup pack. Buy for me a share. Buy for me the membership. Do not fall into this trap. Mark Yarnell says the people he paid for, he actually spent about $17,000 by paying for people. You know, people who come and say, I have a network. All I need is for you to pay for me, you know, the entry level. The moment you pay for someone, I guarantee you they will never do anything. In my about 2 years in this industry of network marketing with Beat Club Network, all the people I decided to pay for to date have never done anything with this business. And the reason is, it's not their money that they've invested in the business. It's your money. You paid for them, so they don't feel the pain. So they will never build the business, and there's nothing you can do about it. So do not fall into the trap of paying for people to get started. If it means, and if they really value the business, they will find a way to build this business. They will find a way. They will find a way to look for the capital to get started. So don't pay for people to get started. Number 5 bomb is what we call the product expert bomb. Do not become a product expert. Do not baffle your customers with technicalities. Do not baffle. Whatever information, just share the basics. The value of Bitcoin, how can they get started in this industry? How do they make money? That is basics. Don't go into mining hash power, because once you get started in this business, there's a lot of information. You know, who invented Bitcoin mining, where the mining facility is, the hash power, you know, the white paper. Don't baffle your customers with technicalities, because you end up losing them and they think this business is too hard to do it because you need to know it from a technical point of view. Just share the basic. It becomes easier to duplicate, because once you share the basic, they too can share the same basics with someone else. Number 6 bomb is what we call the friends and family bomb. Your friends and family will never build this business. They will only get involved the moment they see you making money. That is a fact. Your friends and family will never build this business. So don't depend on them to build the business. Look for your warm market. If you're a banker, the first people you talk to are people who are in the banking industry like you are. If you're an accountant, the warm market that you have are people who are accountants like you. Do not depend on your family and friends. The 7th bomb is what we call the networking bomb. Now, this is my experience. In network marketing, people join various, you know, they have so many network meetups. You have what we call the BNI or breakfast meetings, where people, you're told to come together. It's a networking sessions, and you're given maybe 30 minutes to 1 minute to basically say and share what you do. These forums never work. When you're invited for these networking forums, everybody who is attending this forum is coming to sell their product. So they don't have time to listen to your product or to listen to what you're sharing. So do not waste a lot of time by attending these network forums, because the people who are attending are also coming to pitch their business. They're not coming to listen to your business. Number 8 bomb is what we call double bomb. Once you get started in the business, focus on the people who've decided to do the business on a full-time basis. Do not focus a lot of your time on part-timers, because the part-timers, the business, they've not decided to build the business. So the full-timers want to build the business, and they are willing to commit and do all it takes to build this business. So put your energy and focus on people who are building the business on a full-time basis. The number 9 bomb is what we call the dumb bomb. Once someone gets started in the business, do not overwhelm them with a lot of information. Just keep giving them a little information over a duration of time. Because when you bomb and when you crowd them with so much information, they get confused. So just share little bits of information as time goes on. Even a job, you have to get 3 months of orientation. So you learn the products, you learn the company, you know, the vision of the company. You're not told everything in one sitting. So also in network marketing, when you get a business partner involved in the business, do not dump them with a lot of information. Don't give them so much information. It will confuse them. And the last bomb is what we call the shortcut bomb. Guys, to earn $100,000 a month is not easy. There's no shortcut. There's some bit of work that will go on. There's some bit of commitment that will go in. There's a lot of focus, consistency, and persistence that will go into the business. There's no shortcut. Because many a times, people are looking for shortcuts. In this industry, there's no shortcut. And I will tell you in Beat Club Network, there is no shortcut. You have to put in the work. But is the work worth it? Absolutely. Hannah, and I always share that example, got involved in this business 3 years ago. 3 years later, today Hannah is earning $200,000 to $300,000. There's a lot of work that went into it, but was it worth it? Absolutely. If you look at a job, you have to go to work every day. Every day. Look at where you are. Maybe you've worked for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It's not easy. But in that current job that you have, are you looking at that, in the next 3 years, in the next 4 years, in the next 2 years, I will retire with an income of $100,000? It's not possible. But in network marketing, it's absolutely possible. You can retire with an income of $100,000 per month in this industry of network marketing. But you have to be willing to be committed. You have to be willing to focus. And if you follow what Mark Yarnell gives as a guideline, that you have to expose the business to a certain number of people every day, you have to, keep sharing the information, and you have to avoid the landmines that I've shared with you. It is possible. They always say, whatever you conceive in your mind and believe, that you can achieve. If you believe this business can work for you, this is the system you need to implement. And if it is working for someone else, I believe it can work for you as well. So join me in part 4 of my series, where I will be sharing, I'll do a recap on what I've trained on, and I will also be sharing my testimonial. I've shared with you the testimonial of Hannah, who is my mentor in this business. I will also be sharing my own testimonial on when I got started in this business of cryptocurrency and what results I've been able to achieve in the last 2 years I've been in this business. I will also be sharing a little bit of, because I implemented this system just about a month ago, and I will also be sharing what the results are. So thank you very much. Tune in to part 4 of my series.